So one of our volunteers will be attending that to lend support to Miss Yeye, who is fighting for her dog. She wants to have seek justice for her dog. The dog thankfully survived the stabbing, but what was weird about this case is that the person who stabbed actually reached in to the yard to try to stab the dog. It wasn't an act of self-defense at all, or a dog that was loose in a public area. So it was the person who tried to reach in and stab the dog. Thankfully, the dog survived, so we hope this person will be prosecuted as well. We have a dozen of other criminal cases, and we hope people will support or at least volunteer to attend these criminal cases with us. The Animal Welfare Act still needs a lot of improvement in terms of stiffer penalties, maybe longer prison terms. And when we do amend it or propose to amend it, we will propose that people who have been charged in court should not be allowed to keep pets ever again. Especially, we see these cases of dogs who are in cages all their lives, and people who just don't give them proper care, and the ones we see are actually starved, and a lot of cruel things being done to them by sheer omission of responsibility towards this animal. So really, we are for the revocation of pet ownership for people who cannot take care of their pets or who have shown a great deal of irresponsibility by letting their dogs languish in small cages, not feeding them, not even giving them the enrichment or even nourishment. No food, no water in those cages. So it's very sad. But anyway, we will continue to work for the improvement of our animal welfare laws, and our small band of volunteers will continue to go out there helping people who want to press criminal charges against those who are the irresponsible pet owners, as well as those who are openly cruel to animals, animal offenders, those who hurt animals for sheer enjoyment. We would like to commend PETA Asia Pacific for staying on the Crush video case, and they have offered a reward of 100,000 pesos for any information leading to the arrest of those responsible for the Crush video. So kudos to PETA for that, and we hope anyone who has information will step forward, because these are perverts actually, and they pose danger to society and as well as young children, because this involves 14-year-old girls being made to do those Crush videos for the perverse enjoyment of I don't know who. So anyway, any information leading to that will be rewarded with 100,000 pesos. The information has been put out. If you need more about contacting PETA, if you need more information on that, just go to their website, PETAAsiaPacific.com. All right, so it is now at this point, it is my pleasure to introduce my special guest for tonight. She is one of the PAWS directors. She is the head of our Canine Enrichment Training program at the shelter. She actually works at the, Multilateral Development Bank. But on her off days, she is a apprentice dog trainer at Better Dog School. And so it is my pleasure to introduce to you a big dog lover and a friend, Miss Elsie Araneta. Why don't you say hi to our listeners, Elsie?
Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Anna. Thanks for having me on this show.
Thank you for coming to the show. And tonight, I would like to talk about we'll jump right into it, Canine Good Citizenship. It's a new term. Not many people know about it. is there a way that you can explain it in simpler terms for people out there who don't know what it is?
Yes, well, we know what a good citizen is, right? A human good citizen. And it's almost the same thing for dogs. It's a canine good citizen, basically a dog that knows the rules of living with a human being and living in a society of human beings.
If the dog doesn't bite, does that automatically make him a good canine citizen? Like, oh, my dog is nice and, he doesn't bite.
Well, no, not necessarily. Good citizenship for dogs includes being well-mannered when they are with people outside their homes, and well-mannered also at home. Okay, so like children, we don't want our dogs to be running around shouting, and for them it's barking, right? Or snapping at people or grabbing things from people's hands, right? Same thing with our kids. We don't want our kids to be running from table to table in a restaurant, grabbing people's forks and screaming at the top of their voice.
Actually, I hear there was a restaurant in the U.S. that recently became controversial because they banned children. There was a recent news, and they banned children. So, and we see many of these things here. There are places where pets are not allowed or banned, but actually, people and pets can be in public places together
at the same time. Pets are they're companion animals, right? They form part of the family. They are our companions, and wherever we go, we'd like to bring them as long as it's appropriate, and knowing what our dogs are capable of doing. So, like, if we want to bring them to malls, like pet-friendly malls, we need to be sure that, number one, they're properly vaccinated. Okay. Two, that we, as their owners and guardians, pick up after them. So if they drop, outside, we have to have our plastic bag with us, pick it up, and dispose of it properly. Okay. We should also make sure that our dogs don't snap at people, especially not at kids.
Okay.
Right. The thing is, dogs are very cute. Kids know dogs from TVs, movies, magazines, comic books, and every time they see a live dog, they think it's a stuffed toy. So, they want to run over and hug the dog, not knowing it's a real live dog. Okay. So, you're going to have two individuals here meeting each other. One is a dog, the other is a child. Right? So we need to, number one, make sure that our dogs are ready for such a situation. And number two, if ever that situation comes around, we need to be able to protect our dogs and the child. Okay, so if a child comes running to our dog, we need to get our dog into a sit or a down, and tell the child to stop. Okay.